Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom, and welcome to another exciting episode of Frail Conversations. Um, Today, I want to talk about. Um, I guess, how can I structure this, my brothers? I want to talk about forgiving women, um, and not holding grudges with women, because that is gonna keep you dealing with women that need forgiveness, that need you to forgive them. You feel me? And you're going to keep attracting women who you ultimately got to forgive, which is a result of them doing something to you. The reason why I want to talk about this is because recently, and no brother in particular, you feel me, but a culmination of multiple brothers that have been, kind of in this space have been, they're like, yo, I commend you, bro, for having the patience for dealing with women and, letting them, and talking to them a certain way. I ain't got the patience for them. I've heard a lot of things from, the bad side of their experiences with women and how, it kind of made them jaded. You feel me? And they're like, how do you do it? I'm like, it's different for me. It's different for me because like I said, I've been hurt. I've been damaged. I've been set up. I've been put in very, very fucked up situations by women, Of course, black women, because that's my proxy. You feel me? That's my niche. You feel me? But listening to the anger that I hear some of my brothers have, and then it's like when we talk, they want me to, I ain't gonna say they necessarily want me to see their side or whatnot, but they want me to understand their pain. And I do, but they can't see how I can understand their pain and still not be mad at the collective. Because I'm like, it's a little bit different for me, because this is no slight at those brothers, but I look at those brothers and, I can read their energy, and I can feel like, okay, you've never been on the other side of that. You've never been on the side where you were inflicting the damage on women. You feel me? Which is good. I don't mind it. I'm happy that you weren't on that side. You feel me? But I have a lot more patience with women, and I have a lot more understanding for the shit that they do to us. You feel me? Not all of them, but the shit that some do to us in retaliation to the shit done to them, because I was the one inflicting that. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and say that they're all good, but I'm damn sure not gonna say they're all bad. Because if the saying goes, don't make the good girls go bad. Now, I'm not taking the rap for this, but a lot of the women that have damaged those quote unquote good brothers, those you brothers who didn't do anything to women, who just keep getting fucked over and shit like that, and they keep retaliating, I'm gonna take the hit for that, because I'm not saying it for myself, but right now I'm gonna speak for the collective of the fuck boys. I'm gonna speak for the collective of those, and be like, because on this side, I've been the one who's caused those pains. So my perspective and my ability to understand and forgive the women who have wronged me is different, because it hit me different. You may not have been an experience where you were once the ladies' man, or you were once the man who was damaging women, like, you feel me, the way that I was, So for me, it's different. You feel what I'm saying? So I get it, like, but on the same time, if you were that person, you should you gotta put that down and stop assuming that, the women are doing this because of, certain realities or whatever the case may be. It's like, yeah, they wrong. I don't have the patience for this, that, and the third. It's like, yo, I'm like, for me personally, I gotta have the patience with them, because, you feel me, black women still fuck with me. And I've learned that in damaging women, I learned how to heal them, because I don't come to them as if they're already healed. I understand their pain. If you've never damaged a woman, if you've never broken a woman, if you never hurt a woman, whether it be small or big, you're going to assume that you're dealing with somebody who's just naturally evil and fucked up. Now, granted, there are some literally conditioned to do that. There are some women who are raised for that. But then a lot of them at the core of it, they ain't really like that. You feel me? But it's a combination of the shit that you've done. You're receiving the reverberation of some shit that you've done to them. And if you haven't done anything to them, and you're getting residual effects of the good girl going bad, you know. So for my brothers and shit today, I just want to talk about forgiveness of that, because it's a bigger picture. You know, it's a bigger picture, because we can, in one hand, get upset and want to check and always be berating and coming at the women that are doing us wrong, but we can't, well, while at the same time not be willing to check the other brothers who have done wrong. When I was out there hoeing and doing my shit, ain't no man ever checked me. Ain't no man ever come to me and say, bro, that's wrong. Don't do her like that. We laughed at it. We told jokes about it. We sat in powwows and told shit, and it fueled the fire to make us do it more. But before I dive heavy into that, I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick pause. Be sure to follow me on Instagram _just_scene_. Be sure to check out my website at IamJustScene.com to get all things that are just seen: books, courses, merch, chatting sessions, the works. To all who tip, sponsor, and donate, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you would like to tip, sponsor, or donate, you could do so by clicking the description of your podcast. Cash App and PayPal are just fine. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into So Frail Conversations. I don't even know what to call this. The title will be up, so I don't know the name of this right now, but So Frail Conversations. So Frail Conversations, Understanding Her Pain. Oh yeah, and don't forget to visit IamJustScene.com. There, you can get all things Just Seen. You want to add the So Frail series to your library? Visit IamJustScene.com. You want to learn how to master the market for serious trading and investing? Visit IamJustScene.com. You want to get your hands on some exclusive merch like tees, hoodies, coffee mugs, hats, bags? Visit IamJustScene.com. Are you thinking about transitioning into the plant-based lifestyle? Visit IamJustScene.com. You ever want to just chat with Scene about anything from simple advice to mentorship? Visit IamJustScene.com. Anything and everything that is me, you can find at IamJustScene.com. So just take a quick peek into my world and see why being just seen is nothing less but always more. Because you never really know what you need until you see it. You will never see it unless you visit IamJustScene.com. All right. Welcome back. And I know, before I get started, I know it's like, yo, bro, last week you were just talking about emotion and women being emotionally retarded. Now you want to be talking about understanding their pain? Yeah. Because the two they kind of go hand in hand in a sense. But it's like, speaking with some of my brothers and shit, I realized that y'all have a lot of anger towards women that have wronged you. A lot of pain towards women that have wronged you. You feel me? But you don't understand the pain that they're inflicting. Like, hurt people hurt people. Let's put that on the forefront. Hurt people hurt people. You feel what I'm saying? I know. You know, you're like, but I didn't hurt her. I didn't do this. But you're a man, bro. You're a man. This is gonna tie into the protection and providing shit, but more so the protection. How, you know, they're like, yo, women don't feel protected. You feel me? And sometimes we feel like it's so much on the strength and on a level that we always gotta fight. We always gotta be in a position. I'm not putting and we take it to the extreme to nullify it. You feel what I'm saying? We take it to the extreme to nullify the protection that we should be providing women. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not about to put my life on the line for no woman that I don't know. All right, you ain't got to. It's not about putting your life on the line. Nobody ever said you had to die for them. Women didn't say die for me. You feel what I'm saying? They said we want to feel protected. And this comes into situations where it's like, even on the subtle things, it's like, are you willing to correct the man? Are you willing to check a man who you see is wrong in a woman? No, we're not. And this goes into that episode on So Frail Conversation where I was talking about the fade. Motherfuckers scared to get beat up. So that's just from the physical aspect. Since we want to take it to the extreme about not dying, we got to keep it in extreme stances. You feel me? We're not willing to get beat the fuck up. A lot of us can't fight. You feel me? We can throw punches and, you know what I mean, shit. But a lot of us can't fight. So we get muscles to, I ain't gonna get on that shit. But I want to talk about understanding the woman's pain, because a lot of my brothers come to me. It's a decent amount. And there's no slight to those brothers, you feel me? But I can tell that you've never been a type of dude who was the ladies' man. You feel me? This is not about physical attraction or no shit like that. I'm not saying you was an ugly dude or whatever. If you were, you were. If you weren't, you weren't. I'm saying you were never the ladies' man who had multiple women in rotation, who had teams of women, who never gave a fuck about a woman, who had philosophies of triple effing. You feel me? And why that? I mean, finding, fucking, forgetting. Those are things that I understood. So when y'all come to me and be like, yo, you got so much patience, like, and then y'all try to get me to see your point. I see it. I can't accept it though, because I have to take my part in understanding the pains that I caused. You feel me? Like, you know me now. Y'all understand me now. Oh, black women really fuck with you because you this, you that. A lot of motherfuckers, I've gotten called a simp because of the way that I changed. You feel me? That shows the mind fuck right there. To call me a simp now because I actually care for women is a problem. But I was that nigga when I ain't give a fuck about these hoes. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to put that shit in context, because that energy is what leads to a lot of women doing shit crazy. You feel me? I recorded my first album when I was 22. You feel me? 22 and 23 or whatever. The end of the album, one of the last songs I did, I called Evolution, Revolutionary or some shit like that. And that was a whole different song in its own, because I didn't even know that would spark the catalyst that would ultimately lead me to the thought processes that I have now, because I decided that I'm going to change and strip all of the old bullshit of myself because I ain't like it anymore. But this is 2012. And I started the second verse of that song and I was like, niggas became the women. Women became the niggas. So much nagging, now we finally get it. But at the same time, y'all finally got tired of bitching and started pimping and playing with these niggas' hearts with hearts as black as spades. You cut, no remorse or shame. So now that we live in faith, y'all started living foul to now live with the fact that that might not be my child. Damn. It's the changing of the guards. We made women put up walls and they returning all those scars and it hurts. But really what makes it worse is that the scars are always given to the ones that don't deserve them on both sides. You feel me? The reason why I put both sides in that part was because it's like, we can't play victim. Collectively, we can't play victim. And I get it. Some of us have never really inflicted that pain, because this is what I'm talking about. Some of us weren't the ladies' man. Some of us wasn't the dude that had the hose. And I'm using hose for dramatic effect, but some of us weren't that dude. And then some of us were. And we don't want to eat that shit. I just seen a recent meme that said, so many dudes had fucked women who had boyfriends and husbands that they're scared to get into a relationship because they're scared to get in a relationship because they know the karma is coming. They believe, and it's like they don't trust women, but it's not that they don't trust women. They know the karma is coming. Somebody's gonna fuck my woman. You feel me? That shit happened to me. That shit happened to me. I had to take a step back. You feel me? It's like, sometimes you got to pay attention to the seeds you planted. And I get it. Some of us are like, well, I never done anything wrong. I never done anything wrong to a woman. So it's like, now you're exhibiting that pain. You're exhibiting that pain you're feeling the pain and residual effects. And it's like, but did you really not do anything to that woman? Or were you, but it's like, you have to really ask yourself, if just because you're not an active participant in that pain, are you a willing participant in what's happening? Are you stopping the brothers? Are you checking the brothers? No. This goes back to what I was saying. Ain't nobody ever checked me for wronging women. They laughed at me. They hyped it up. They wanted the hoes that I had. They were like, yo, put me on to her friend. It's like, you know what I'm saying? They would go back and try to creep the woman that I had just wronged. You feel me? Or the woman that I was fucking with. So it's like, nobody ever checked it. We don't check each other. This goes back into the protection part. You feel me? This goes back into the protection part. I know that you wronging this girl. I know that you doing her dirty, but hey, fuck that. Bros over hoes. Bros before hoes. See, we got to think about it. A lot of times we think karma is a tit for tat thing. No. You can be overlooking the slap in the face. You can be waiting on the slap in the face because you slapped the motherfucker, and you can be overlooking getting kicked in your ass right now. And you're thinking, oh shit, why are you kicking me in my ass? And all you thinking about is the time when you got slapped in the face. Nah, it's different, bro. It's different. And like I said, I'm not saying you have to take this responsibility on, but everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. You feel me? It's country shit, but everybody, no, what did he say? He said everybody knows somebody that knows something about it. So here's what I mean by that. You know some homeboys who have done women wrong, but in your mind you have rationalized it as, oh, she was a hoe, man, she was this. You listen to your homeboy, you listen, man, that bitch won't shit, she was like this and all of that shit. What happens when we keep planting these seeds in women? What happens when we plant seeds? Like, we're in 2020. When I wrote those words in 2012, I seen this shit coming a mile off. I said, yo, we done changed them, bro. We done changed them, bro. Now we're like, yo, these women ain't shit. All they want to do is embrace sexuality and be fucking and shit. They want to be us. We don't like that shit. We don't like the reflection in the mirror no more. But yet we don't want to acknowledge the mirror. And I get it. If you weren't that type of person, well, I wasn't that type of dude. I always respected women. I always did this and shit. But did you ever check any of the dudes? Now, this is not to say, did you ever manipulate the woman because of the dude that's, oh, you deserve better. You deserve better than that, man. You shouldn't be fucking with no type of dude like that. You feel me? Saying, I treat you better. I treat you like this. I treat you like that. That's manipulation. You're really not even in a position where you really want this woman. You want to take her from that man. It's the competition between men. I mentioned this in So Frail. Misogyny, a form of misogyny, is the competition between men. And who's the better competitor? You dig what I'm saying? So it's like the fuckboy, you know, who we are in that regard is not a good look. But nobody's checking the fuckboy. Men ain't checking the fuckboys, bro. We not doing that. You dig what I'm saying? So, and the brothers that are, you know, they're adamant about trying to get me to, yo, black women have done this, they done this, they done this, they done this. Black women that fucked me over. You feel me? I got a story to come sometime down the line. I got to get y'all warmed up for it though. But black women have tried to end my life on several occasions. You feel me? Physically. You feel me? And you know what I mean? And by physically, I don't mean like knives or some shit like that. But there's like, I have a physical experience in which a black woman tried to end my life. One. You feel me? And then I have another one where I was broken down mentally, spiritually, psychologically, all of that shit by a black woman. Broke me, damaged me. You feel what I'm saying? But I couldn't play victim. You feel me? When I got my first heartbreak, that's when I realized, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't have trust issues with women because I understand that a lot of women are just exhibiting the pain that they felt. You feel me? And I get it because I'm only able to understand this and get this because I was the hoe. Like, y'all love my hoe stories. Y'all love when I talk about, you know what I'm saying, pimping and doing all of this shit and having this woman and that. Like, motherfuckers love hearing my hoe stories. But, you know, that's the point that I'm making. In hearing my hoe stories, you enjoy them. You laugh at them. You just, I seen you was crazy. In those moments, everybody did the same shit. Seeing you crazy. Nobody said, yo, seeing you wrong, bro. Well, I wasn't going by seeing at the time. It's like, nobody was saying, yo, Ray, you wrong. Yo, that shit's fucked up. Don't do her like that. No. It's like, yo, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch, man. She know what she getting into, bro. She know you this, that, and the third. It's like, motherfuckers hype me up. I was that dude that, you know how dudes always, you know, you had where the girls at. I was the dude you were asking that question to. You feel me? Motherfuckers want to go to parties with me. Motherfuckers want to hang with me. Cause like, yo, you always with some bitches, bro. Put me on. No, bro. Like, I'm not putting you on. No. Because all we going to do is the same shit. When I was young, me and my homies used to trade women. Like, trade them. Like Pokemon, bro. Like, that shit's it's not cool. But we never stopped it. We just encouraged it. You feel me? Me and one of my right-hand men, he fucked one of the girls that I was really talking to, like, you know, when I was young. It's like, yo, bro, I was mad at both of them at first. But then he kind of convinced me, oh, man, fuck that bitch, man. She a hoe, bro. Like, it's like, you can't really worry about that. I was like, bro, but I put you onto her sister, though. Like, I was fucking with her. You was fucking with her. I was like, this wasn't just fucking. Like, I really liked her, bro. And you creeped her. I was like, all right, cool. Came back. I fucked his girlfriend. Not his girlfriend, but they had broke up at the time. But that was like, quote unquote, his first love, you know, as he told me. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, it's fair game, remember? It's fair game. He ain't checked me. He checked her. He's like, man, he a man. He gonna do what a man gonna do. He said, you should have been the one to do it. She was like, y'all share. She told him, y'all share girls anyway. The fuck are you mad for? And that's how I ended up fucking with her because I was like, yo, that's my man. Yo, that's my homie. I'm not gonna cross that line. She was like, but y'all share girls anyway. Oh, you know about that? Oh, well, it's fair game then. You hip to the game. Like, you not, you feel me? This ain't like, you know what's up. You feel me? So I ended up fucking her, you know, and then he found out and shit. And it's like, me and him still remain friends. You feel me? And I ended up doing her so dirty that it was just, it was ugly. You feel me? I played her in the middle of the hallway. Now I get it. This is high school. It's like everybody, you know, we can't say that was so long ago. She should have been able to move on and get over that shit. Like, she's still fucked up to it from this day. It has to be. You feel me? Because I watched, because we follow each other on social media and shit, and then we're like friends on Facebook and shit. And I watched how after me, all she kept doing was getting in relationships. She never healed. Nobody really knows to heal. So it's just, she's harboring the pain. You feel me? That whole shit about, you know, some people deny it. Some people deny it. But there's been several women, a plethora of women who I was the last man that they fucked with. They stopped fucking with men after me. And I know motherfuckers like, well, nah, she was already gay. She was this. Nah, you don't know what kind of pain you have to send a motherfucker through to be in a position where they no longer like men anymore. You feel me? They no longer like men anymore. And it's like, wow. Because when I look at that, even her being connected to my homeboy and me fucking her, I ended up fucking her. I fucked her cousin. I almost fucked her sister. But then her cousin, the cousin that I fucked, I ended up fucking with a cousin's cousin. Like, I had a whole web and didn't give a fuck. I planted 3 seeds of pain, bro. At least 3 seeds of pain in that residual effect. You feel what I'm saying? And never once did any man, any brother tell me it was wrong. You feel me? The closest I ever got to knowing that, yo, you can't be doing women like that was when I was like 15 and old head said, Ray, you can't get them all. That's like, nigga, the fuck? Bitch, I get all these hoes. Nigga, you ain't telling me shit, bitch. I get any hoe I want. Nigga, what you mean? I ain't know what he was meaning at the time. Because he didn't really break it down. He said, you'll understand it when you get older. He was right. I can't have them all. You feel me? I can't have them all. And those are things that y'all are experiencing now. Y'all are getting the residual effects of motherfuckers like me. You feel me? So you're upset and you're like, yo, I don't have the patience for the women. It's like, yo, I'm a good dude. I'm an upstanding dude. You might be all of that shit. And you don't deserve what the fuck she's putting you through. But it's the residual effects of some shit a motherfucker like me did to her. You dig what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying like the dick can't make, like, they're like, so I seen this. They was like, yo, after you finish fucking with her, she started liking girls. Like, yo, your dick made her go gay or whatever the case may be. It's like, yo, what kind of dick is that? That's like, that's some very fucked up dick attached to it. Like, it was some very fucked up dick attached to me. I'm not denying that. I'm not knocking that shit at all. But then I got to realize that when you're in the realm of attraction, everybody's like you. You feel what I'm saying? When you at a certain tier in this relationship dating world, you feel what I'm saying? I've been top tier. I've been upper echelonian. I'm never like that's not, you know, this is not a bragging thing, but I never used it for the right things. Now I'm in a position where I'm using it for the right things. You feel what I'm saying? Those same brothers the brothers I'm talking about, they're like, yo, you feel me? The women listen to you. You're right. They do. They've always listened to me. I just never used it for the right things. You feel me? As opposed to now manipulating women and using it to hype their head up and shit, go fuck them and leave them alone. You feel me? Like in undergrad, I'm gonna get back to my main story. I'm just doing a quick tangent. In undergrad, I really wrote a song called Triple F. Find them, fuck them, forget them. Art imitates reality. I speak on that all the time. Art imitates reality. I was just speaking on a reality that I had done. Find them, fuck them, forget them. What? Be on the other side of that. Like, motherfuckers heard that shit. I'm like, yo, bro, you snapping. I fucks with it. But nobody ever said, bro, that is some foul shit. Be on the other side of being found, fucked, and forgotten. Be on the other side of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's what y'all are not understanding. Well, nah, I'm a good dude, so they shouldn't like you. Right, you're a good dude. You might be the good dude, self-proclaimed, or you might really be a good dude. But you have to still deal with the residual effects of some other motherfucker she thought was a good dude too. That's why I said niggas became the women, women became the niggas. They doing the nigga shit to us now. And now we like, okay, we don't want to do it anymore. We got hip to it and realized that it was wrong, but we never checked motherfuckers. Goes back to the protection part. So we got to understand their pain. We got to understand a woman's pain and what we have to deal with. So now, piggybacking it. So dudes be like, yeah, these women be listening to you. You got patience and shit like that. Yeah, because I know how to talk to women. I've learned how to do this all along. But now I learned not to manipulate them. I learned to influence them. Manipulation and influence are the same thing. One is just negative, one is positive. Different polarities. So now I'm on some shit like, yo, I'm giving the girls the game. I'm giving the sisters the game. I'm like, yo, like heal. You feel me? I can say some what will quote unquote be outlandish shit. And women will fuck with it. The reason why they fuck with it because they know where I'm coming from with it. They know I'm coming from big bro, little bro type shit. It's not like and I don't have to come from a position where I'm bashing my brothers to get the point across. I don't hype them up. I let them know when they shit is off. I let them know when they're not on point. You feel what I'm saying? I let them know what needs to be healed within them. And this has to be tough love sometimes, but I'm able to do that because I understand the pain that they cause. A lot of times when I'm telling them, I'm really in essence trying to apologize for some shit that I've done. When I was in undergrad, when I got with a woman who was really starting to do me how I was doing to other women, I instantly, y'all gotta apologize to these women. Like literally I had a choice between two women. You feel what I'm saying? And I just chose. I ain't stopped. And what was fucked up, these women were connected to each other. They were both cheerleaders. You feel what I'm saying? Like they were both cheerleaders. They're on the same team, same squad and shit. I'm like, damn. And it was so crazy that, you know, I'm like, real G's got to move in silence, bro. So if I'm fucking you, I'm fucking you. If I'm fucking her, I'm fucking her. But y'all don't need to know about each other because it don't matter. And look, it was so crazy. We all lived in the same dorm room. Not the room, but the same dorm. You feel me? They were both cheerleaders and shit. And I was fucked up. But it was like, yo, I don't go with either one of y'all. I'm kicking it with one of y'all and fucking the other one. You feel me? And I'm about to start fucking the one I'm kicking with. And you feel me? I had an option. I had a choice to make. And I didn't know that they had exchanged a conversation about me. And so how it played out was the first instance in which I started to know that they were talking about me was I got a text or whatnot from one of the women. It was like, yo, we about to go get some food. You want to walk with us? I was like, yeah. She said, me and come up my homies from cheerleading. This is how I found that they were both cheerleaders and shit. Because now crazy, we all live in the same dorm. I'm fucking them. And I did not know that they were both cheerleaders until this moment happened. It was like, so she texted me like, yo, we about to go get something to eat. You want to come with us? Yeah, well, where y'all going? We're going to walk to the Chinese food place. We just want somebody to walk with us. You feel me? It was 3 women. They wanted me to walk with them. I get why. You feel me? So I'm walking and then I see the other, I'm like, oh, shit. But I got to play it cool. You feel me? I got to play it cool, bro. I'm me. I'm like, yo, so it's like the one that actually texted me to walk wasn't the one that I was fucking at the time. I had not started fucking her yet, but you know, even with that, it was different because it's like that story. I did that woman so dirty. The one that I was actually fucking, I did her dirty because not only was I fucking with her cheerleader homie, I fucked with her quote unquote best friend. Like I fucked her, and then she found out, and then it's like, damn, bro, how you do it? It's like, yo, come on, man. I don't go with either one of y'all, but it's like that story was crazy because it's like. I told the truth, but it was a disrespectful truth because it was like, how it happened was, me and the shorty was talking. So now this is the one that I'm fucking with. Now I'm talking about the story between her and her best friend. I'm gonna get back to the Chinese food part, but I'm talking about her and her best friend now. So I had both of their numbers. They was both fucking with me. They were both feeling me and shit, trying to get with me and shit. And I think by this time I had already fucked. Or I had not fucked yet. And was about to. No, I did fuck because that's why she was upset. Because her homegirl, she texted me and I was like, yo, I'm coming back with a bottle. You know, she said, yo, can my friend come? Yeah. You feel me? Now, granted, I've been doing this shit for so long. You feel me? I knew how to manipulate and move through this game. I'm not condoning this. I'm not bragging this. I'm telling y'all why these women are hurt. I'm just one motherfucker. Imagine how many motherfuckers this happens to. You feel me? So she texts me. Now, this is the best friend and the one that I was fucking. So, I'm texting the best friend like, I'm bringing a bottle back. She was like, all right, cool. Me and my friend want to come over there. I'm thinking it's a whole different friend. I said, cool. I'll let y'all know when I get there. And it's like, when I pull up, you feel me? They are sitting in the lobby together. And I'm like, oh, this is the friend. So she was like, yeah, I'm about to go get my coat or whatever. I said, all right, cool. So Her friend is like, oh, the one that I'm fucking, she got her arms folded. She mad. She like, I feel like you fake. I said, how you feel like I'm fake? She said, because here you are fucking with me and you got my best friend thinking like y'all better. I said, yeah, because that's my friend. She was like, what you mean that's your friend? I was like, that's my friend. We cool. I got her number. She got like, I'm drinking a bottle, but I'm not gonna drink the shit by myself. I'm not gonna be stingy. I know she drink. You feel me? Whole manipulation tactic. Yes, I was gonna fuck her friend. Yes. Did she need to know that? No. But she needed to know a concealed truth. You feel me? She needed to know a concealed truth. Yeah, she's my friend. Why do you think I texted her and said bring a bottle? I said, she told me that she was gonna bring a friend, and I said, yes. Do you really think I would tell her to bring a friend if I was just fucking her? She was like, oh, that makes so much sense. I know. I manipulated the fuck out of the situation. Fuck boy shit. Fuck boy shit. And we wonder why women do the shit that they do. You feel me? I don't necessarily have trust issues with women because now I'm more on the influential side. I'm not on the manipulative side. I was 20. No, I wasn't even in my 20s yet. I was 18. I was 18. When I say I've been in this game for a long time, I don't play with this shit. Like, I've been in this game for a long time and I don't play it anymore because I see how fucked up it is. And again, nobody was checking me. So we go back to my dorm room. I got both of them in my dorm room right now. No, this is not a threesome story, but I have both of them in my dorm room right now, still oblivious to each other. You feel me? Then the one that I was fucking tells the best friend, oh, he still want me. I had really just tore a friendship apart. So then a friend texted me and was like, oh, I thought you lied. And I had to keep the shit going because I knew she was going to. I said, yeah, I do. Like, you're my friend. Why you think I invited you and told you you could bring Shorty with you? She was like, oh, I misunderstood or whatever the case may be. She was like, thank you for your honesty. That gave me points because I was honest with her. I wasn't even honest with her. I was deceptive. I was conditionally honest. I was honest to her because I told the same story to them and it matched. That was deceptive. That wasn't honest. You feel me? Telling the same story twice is not being honest with these hoes. I'm not calling them hoes. I'm using dramatic effect because we vibing right now. We brothers. You feel me? This is so Frail conversations. So I ended up smashing the other friend, the best friend, after that. You feel me? And I smashed her because I tore the friendship up first. I didn't know that I tore the friendship up, but I tore the friendship up because we playing spades one day and the best friend is like, yeah, she this, that, and the third. She got a boyfriend. So I'm fucking her thinking she's not with somebody, but she telling me she got a man. She telling me she don't got a man. And then her homegirl tells me her old best friend. I'm like, oh shit, that's your best friend. And then, so I hit and whatnot. I'm like, oh, it's fair game now. Y'all ain't friends no more. So I plugged them both. You feel me? And then it comes out that the woman was like, well, I didn't have a boyfriend. She said, we stopped being friends after that shit with the bottle. She said, she stopped fucking with me. I said, oh shit, I got played, but I got smashed from both of them. So whatever. So now that was one story. Now this now carries over because the one who just lost her best friend, now she's the cheerleader. She's the cheerleader. Now it's another woman. So now back to the Chinese food restaurant. So we're walking and it's me, her, and it's me, them two, and then another woman. The other woman I wasn't really fucking with. Because my roommate, like when I was in like cheer, like he was knocking her off. So I was like, nah, you know what I mean? But I was going for the other two. So I'm hitting one actively. So it's like, she put me in a fucked up situation because I'm trying to fuck the other one. You feel me? But this is one I'm already fucking. So she's like, yo, give me a kiss. Nah, yo, we outside. Chill out, yo. What you doing, yo? I'll see you later. You feel me? These are things that we plant in our women. These are the things that we fucking do to our women. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm 30 now. This was 12 years ago. But still, like, these are things that are, like, we do this shit. So it's like, you know, I end up not kissing her and shit, walking. Like, they're oblivious to it. Until the one that I wanted to fuck, she ended up like, you fucking her, ain't you? I fucked her. But she was like, well, why you didn't tell me that, blah, blah, blah. I said, you didn't ask. Like, that's none of your business who I'm fucking. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I had sex with her. Like, the fuck? Like, well, why you telling me? Because you're asking now. It's none of your business. You feel what I'm saying? And so I ended up still fucking her either way. And I remember, so the girl that now, not only did I tear up the friendship with her best friend, you feel me? And now I just switched over and started fucking her cheerleader friend and just stopped. I just cut her off. You feel me? So we washing clothes one day because we all lived in the same dorm. Crazy shit. We all lived in the same dorm. So I walk into the laundry room and she's in there and she see me. Now, mind you, the first conversation I had with her, she said, I feel like you fake. And after she said that, I lied to her face. Well, I manipulated the words to fit, because I didn't lie. Technically, her homegirl was my friend. I had not fucked her yet. Like, there was nothing there. I didn't invite her for the bottle, so I manipulated the truth. You feel me? I deceived them both. And I fucked them both. You feel me? So now, I'm still fucking her, and now I'm trying to fuck her other friend. And now she knows. And then when I started plugging her other friend, who's a chill, like they're on the same squad, bro. They can't even be around each other no more. I fucked up the chemistry of a team. It's not funny. That was a chuckle from being how ridiculous this shit is. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm in the laundry room and I'm talking to her, and she's like, you know, you really hurt me. She said, you really hurt me. She said, you just cut me off, and then you was fucking her. You was fucking. She was like, but we were never together. She said, I wish you the best with that. She said, but that was fucked up. You did me wrong. She said, but I can't be mad because we were never together. And I was like, and then she told me, she was like, I wish you the best with her. Because me and the girl that I switched over with started fucking, and we eventually got together and shit. But, no, we got together, then we started fucking. But she was like, damn, you just dropped me. Didn't tell me nothing or anything like that. And it was like, damn, like, and it wasn't no, you know how they say they got those posts, like, you can't fuck a girl like this and then expect it to be nothing. I was fucking the shit out of these women. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I gave them some kind of, like, like, you feel me? Not on, like, I don't know bragging shit, but, like, I put it on. You feel me? And this, the one that I'm in the laundry room with right now, when I was fucking her, it's like, I was knocking her out to the point where after we were finished fucking, she was like, don't leave until I go to sleep. I knew I had her. I had her. Like, she would not let me leave until she dozed off. You feel me? It was like, please, just let me sleep, and then you can leave. I was like, I'm not spending the night, but she was like, I know. She was like, just let me go to sleep. We don't see what the fuck we just planted. I'm oblivious to the fact that how much she, like, how well I fucked her right now. And it's deeper than just, see, it's not just the physical sex. It's every other component that allowed her to let me in. I had checked those things off. So then when I fucked her, it's like, yeah, you put it on her. Knocked her the fuck out. She slept in a motherfucker. You feel me? But I couldn't leave. She wouldn't let me leave until she dozed off. You feel me? It's like, damn, she really fuck with me. And I don't even like her like that. That's trash, right? Hey, huddle up, broskies, because it's time to elevate. The secret to evolving masculinity is to define it, understand it, then apply it. The So Frail series defines masculinity as the spiritual, mental, and physical embodiment of the essence of analysis and deconstruction. From this definition, I explain how masculinity is not just the hat that we wear, but it's the essence that we must exude through application. If you enjoy the So Frail conversations, why not read the books that inspire them? Visit IamJustSeen.com right now to add the So Frail series to your library to get a better understanding of what masculinity really is. I promise. After reading So Frail, you will never look at masculinity the same again. That's trash, but nobody's checking me. You feel me? Nobody's checking me on this shit. You feel me? Now, mind you, do you see the web? That was 4 women. Or 3. What I say? 3. Best friend, the main overlap, and then the other cheerleader. And like that's 3 women in the full totality of it all. It wasn't 4, it was 3. It was 4 women in the story total, but it was 3 women. It's like, bruh. Now look at the residual effects of the shit that I've done. I fucked up a cheerleading team chemistry. You feel me? They're on the same squad, and what happens if she's throwing her in the air? She said, fuck it, I don't want to catch this bitch. That's me. That's some shit that I've done. You feel me? The 2 that were best friends, I fucked up their whole friendship. Now, granted, it's like, well, not, and as I'm telling the story, everybody's like, well, nah, her friend was already shiesty anyway because she told her best friend. No, I created this realm for these women to want me this way. You feel me? I know the power of seduction. I'm good at it. I'm very good at it. You dig what I'm saying? Now I use it for good. I use it to teach women, to show women, to start to heal the women, because it's like, I'm trying to erase the karma. I got a lot of karma. I got a lot of it. A lot of it's been absolved because in the relationship in which I got broken down, that's when I started to feel it. That's when it happened. That's when I started to see, because I started to feel how damaging this relationship was to me. But I stayed in it. I stayed in it. I could have been gone, but I stayed in it. And as I'm staying in it, realizations are coming to me. I literally went back and apologized to every woman that I had wronged up until that point. You know how many women that was? Some of them wouldn't forgive me. Some of them said, it's too late, motherfucker. You should apologize then. I'm like, girl, we was 13. Shut up. That don't count. That one that wouldn't forgive me, I broke up with her when I was going to high school, because she was still in middle school. I broke up with her like a gentleman. I was like, I think we should go our separate ways because I'm going to high school and not going to see each other anymore, and I don't want to hurt you. You feel me? And she broke down and cried and she did all of this. I said, so fuck it. I'm not being honest with these hoes no more. Again, for a dramatic effect. I'm speaking as my younger self. You feel me? I'm not apologizing no more. I'm not doing shit the right way no more. Fuck them. You feel me? Because that shit don't work. You feel me? So, and then it's like I said, so from that situation, breaking up with her the right way, having my homeboy creep a shit, like, it turns you a certain way. You don't have to turn that way, but I did. And I made the choice, and I was like, yo, fuck these hoes, bro. Fuck these hoes. I'm just going to fuck these hoes. And I did. So I ended up going back and apologizing. Like, I have a woman right now, the only woman that I ever cheated on, I was 15 years old. The only woman I ever cheated on still doesn't know that I cheated on her. So much so that I just ran into her, I think about a year ago, you know, being back where I'm from and shit. I ran into her about a year ago. And she's like, you remember me? I was like, nah. She said, you know, we used to date. And when she told me her name and everything, I was like, I didn't say it out loud like, yo, I cheated on you. You still don't know. The way that she was just happy to see me was like, damn, yo, this lie is still alive. She don't know. She does not know that I cheated on her. And after that, I never cheated again, because the time in which I cheated, that was some fucked up shit, because that was my slip up scare story. Like, the condom broke when I was cheating. It was like, she would have had to find out if this girl got pregnant. I was like, yeah, I got a girl pregnant on the side. It was so many different layers to that shit. But even that situation was crazy, because the woman that I was fucking, that girl that I was fucking then when I was 15, she was 14. I used to fuck with her older sister. I was savage, bro. I didn't care. I fucked sisters, cousins, friends, mamas. You feel me? I didn't care, bro. I didn't care. Like, you feel me? Like, it was just there. So I'm telling these stories not for humor. I'm telling these stories because now my brothers are like, you know, off this other side. It's like, yo, bro, you have a lot more patience than me. I'm like, you never wronged women the way that I wronged them. That's why you can't get it. Women have fucked you over. The women that have fucked you over dealt with motherfuckers like me first. That's the part that I'm trying to get to. You dig what I'm saying? They dealt with motherfuckers like me first. You feel me? Yeah, it's cool. They're like, yo, the women listen to you. They talk to you. Yeah, because not only, like, I've learned that power of seduction. I've learned the power of my words, and I don't use them for manipulation anymore. I use them to help my sisters out, because now it's like, I heard a lot of y'all. And hearing the like, when I'm talking to my homegirls and shit, and it's like, I have a lot of platonic friends. And this is when I realized that the game was crazy, because I was 17 and two of my best friends in high school, they were women. And I say, I'm gonna teach y'all the game, bro. Cause y'all my homies. Y'all, I see y'all like my sisters. Y'all ain't gonna let these niggas out here play y'all. They're like, these niggas can't. I said, trust me, yo. They can play you. I'm gonna teach you the game, how I know the game. Why did I do that? They had these dudes, and the way in which they had these dudes wrapped around their fingers doing shit, I ain't even fuck them yet. She said, I ain't even let them eat the pussy yet. And this nigga buying shit. Like, we in high school, and and that's when I took a step back. I said, this is what it's like. This is what I'm doing to them. So again, like I said, I taught them the whole game. They had teams, bro. They had starting fives. I taught them the game because I taught them the game under the premise that, oh, you just gonna fuck with one dude, just don't get played. I didn't know that when I taught them the game, they would become like me. A lot like me. Savage like me. And that's when I started to see how savage I really was. I said, nigga, this is what I'm doing to women on that scale, bro. You feel me? And it was like, it was scary. It was scary because the women that really did like me and wanted to fuck with me, they couldn't, because they were like, you. I heard too many stories about you. Stories you hear. You feel me? But they only heard stories about the women that I stopped giving a fuck about. You feel me? I stopped giving a fuck about. So, like I said, planting that seed and seeing the other side of it, that's when I started to really, okay, man, let me not play this game anymore. Like, I make this joke a lot. I was like, I done hung 2 jerseys up, called me Kobe. You feel me? Because I had a moment where I was playing the game, then I was like, okay, cool, let me get in a relationship and be monogamous shit. Then it got fucked up. I said, yo, I'm playing it again. The fuck, that time it was worse because I was doing that out of pain. You feel what I'm saying? I was doing that out of pain, bro. And that was different. But it made it worse because it's like, yo, like I said, after my heartbreak, I was in undergrad. I literally had 1 year left in undergrad. That was my senior year. I don't remember a good 80% of the women I had fucked. A good 80% of the women I had fucked, but on my hands, I can remember 9. That should show you how just in the shit I was. You feel me? Like I said, when I told the story before about the women that lived down the street from each other. Down the fucking street. I didn't give a fuck. You feel me? Whether they knew it or not, I didn't care. Like, the fuck, you got me fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? You got me fucked up. Like, I'm that dude. I'm the one. The fuck, I had been the one. It's like, yo, what the fuck am I, that shit goes to your head. You dig what I'm saying? We do this shit to our women. And the reason why I'm telling all of these stories, because it's like, damn, you were fucked up. You were savage. And not a single brother checked it. Not a single dude put the women onto the game to what I was doing. Nobody. So women they had to make the adjustments on their own. So for the brothers that come to me and be like, yo, bro, they adamantly try to get me to see their side. They be like, black women do this. Yes, they do. They do. But you got to think about it. You feel me? I always say this quote. You feel me? Sometimes you can only be scared of the monster so long that you have to become the monster to stop being scared of it. A lot of these women just didn't become fucking crazy. They didn't just become savage and just do you dirty and damage you and shit like that. They didn't just become like this. You feel me? A lot of that shit is the shit we created. Now let's peel back the layers from generational shit. They copying the shit that their mama did. They watched their mama have multiple boyfriends do the exact same shit to them. You dig what I'm saying? Their biological father, their father is in and out of the house doing the shit to their mama and won't commit to their mama. And then here comes a motherfucker like me to infuse the cycle. You feel me? I don't condone shit that I did. I don't glorify shit that I did. You feel me? I listened to some of the old raps that I used to do, old music I used to do. I was savage and there was art imitating reality. You dig what I'm saying? I remember one time, several times actually, I was like, first time I did it, I was 15. I told this woman, she wanted me bad. She's like, oh my God, really had the biggest crush on me, wanted to be my girlfriend and all of this shit. And I was like, I was fucking with her because I didn't like her, but I didn't want to, when you in that ladies man phase, you always want to keep a hoe in the option. Just in case. Savage shit and it's fucked up. It's foul. It's wrong. You feel me? But you want to keep them in the cut just in case. All right, man, all my other chicks falling out. I know she fuck with me. Let me go ahead and break in. You feel me? I told this woman, I said, I would never tell her no. I would just keep flirting with her. And she was like, when we gonna get together? I said, I'll tell you what, you suck my dick, I'll be your man. Cold shit, right? She looked at me and said, oh my gosh, you are rude. I would never do something like that. 2 days later, she sucked my dick. Foul shit. Did it again with this woman that I was working with. You feel me? Now, I felt like me and her was even game because she had 2 boyfriends. You feel me? She had one dude and she had 2 boyfriends and shit. And I was just me. But we were together. So one day she's like, yo, can you take me home? I said, girl, you got 2 boyfriends with cars. You better let them motherfuckers take you home. Mind you, I'm 17 years old. I like, how that motherfucker take you home? She like, man, he at work and then the other one can't come get me. I said, tell you what, you either gonna give me some gas money and some head. Straight like that. And she was like, whatever. So I got off before her. I think I got off like 2 hours before her. So I went home, got dressed and everything because it was like early that day. It was a weekend, so it was like early. So I get a text. She's like, "You coming to pick me up?" I was like, "You already know the deal. You giving me some gas money, some head, yo." So I figured she's gonna give me some gas money because you already got 2 boyfriends and shit. And so she's like, "Boy, come on." I said, "All right." So I'm thinking I'm getting gas money. I pull up to the job. I'm like, "All right," and I'm outside. I was like, "Where my money at?" I'm saying, "I'm not pulling out till you give me money." She said, "I ain't got no money." And then she just gave me the look. And I was like, "Okay." But I said, "We ain't going nowhere till I get some brain." So I pulled up behind the movie theater because like where we worked the fast food spot we worked at was like right by the movie theater. So I pulled up behind the movie theater and she topped me off. I think she topped me off twice. Yeah, both times for rides and shit. And it's like, damn, that's fucked up. But it is fucked up. It's like, you feel me? Low key, that was kind of like prostitution in a sense. You feel me? Like I I had a woman give me some heads just so I could take her home. I didn't do it out of kindness in my heart. I didn't do it just because, it's like, nah, yo, it's a stipulation to the shit. I get it. She had 2 other boyfriends and shit, like, but it's like, yo, I didn't have to be a contributor to that point. And then the part before that, I used to fuck with her sister. Like, you feel what I'm saying? The webs keep getting thicker. It's like, you feel me? I used to fuck with her sister. So much so that it's like, all right, well, you can't tell your sister because you got 2 boyfriends. So, whatever. You feel me? And she gave me some brain twice. Like twice. And then like she wanted to be with me so bad. And like she wanted it. I'm like, yo, but you got 2 other boyfriends. She's like, but you're different. You this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. It's like, nah, bro. I just want some head. Like the head was great. I had to double back a couple times. I was like, yeah, that shit was great. But that's all I got from her. That's all I got from her. There's women that really, really like me and want a relationship that I truly just got some head from. Ain't that some shit? You feel me? We don't know what the fuck we really doing to women, bro. We don't. We don't at all. You feel me? And like I said, I've always been nice with words, and I used to use them for manipulation. Now I use them for influence. You feel me? So this message is this is really for my brothers who are on this type time, who like women, they keep doing me wrong. They keep doing me wrong. It's like, yo, I'm a good dude. I'm this, that, and the third. Yo, bro, this is residual effects. Because motherfuckers like you, the good dudes, never check motherfuckers like me. Y'all heard my stories and laughed at them. Y'all heard my stories and wanted to be me. Y'all knew that I was fucking this type of girl and then wanted to try to creep her and go back to, oh, damn, she doing it like that. She's doing it like that for me. You not in the caliber to do no shit like that. You ain't upper echelonian, bro. You feel me? I'm not saying you're not upper echelonian. I'm speaking in terms of what we're talking about. Like, you feel me? And that's another thing. A lot of us won't admit that we want the damaged woman. You feel me? Because the quote unquote, the baddies that we talk about and we like, yeah, now she all got the kids and shit. She could have fucked with somebody like me, blah, 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 blah. No, she couldn't have fucked with somebody like you. That's why she fucked with the dudes that fucked her over. You feel me? The baddies got a lot of pain in them. We put that in there. We're the fuck boys. We put that shit in them. You feel me? We put that shit in them. And you got to understand that woman's pain, bro. Now, mind you, I was doing this shit when I was in my teens. My teens, bro. Imagine how these women are feeling right now if they still revolving in these cycles, going through the same shit. You feel me? Like I said, there's women, the women, everybody's like, yo, you couldn't have made those women go gay. Yes, I did. I made them stop liking men for that time frame because now they're with men and they have kids and families because they've healed. Now, granted, they're like, well, they won't really gay or whatever the case may be. What that may be true. But whatever the fuck I did to them, in that time frame, I was the last dude they fucked with before they started fucking with women. Like, I know the time, like, they literally just started fucking with women right after me. Cut me off, next thing I know, they fucking with a woman. I did that to them. I hurt them so bad, they no longer wanted to fuck with a man again. You feel me? There's things that we don't even know on a collective. And so it's like, when we're looking at the individual point. So the point that I'm making is that it's like, coming to my brothers who's like, yo, bro, how do you have the patience with the women? How can you still, be willing to? I hurt a lot of women, bro. I hurt a lot of women. That's it. I have to have patience with them. I know I have the good dude rap It's like, yo, the women fuck with you and this, that, and third. This is why I'm very patient with women. I know this is why I'm very patient with women, as far as getting into relationships, because I know how easy it is for me to like that whole, oh, women are easy, she fell for you quick and blah, 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 blah. Look, it's not that, bro. I know how to make women fall for me easy. It's simple. It's like I've been doing this since a kid. I no longer use it for manipulative tactics anymore. Now I'm in a position where it's like, yo, let me show you the real me. Like I want you to make the choice. You feel me? Like this social media shit, and it's like I'm talking to brothers about this, social media shit. They're like, yo, these women fuck with you. Like, yes, they fuck with me from social media and shit. If this was real life, it'd be totally different still. But you know what I'm saying? It's like I learned how to, like, I've been doing this since I was a kid, bro. I started fucking when I was 11 years old. I've been in the game. I've been know how to do this. I've been doing this shit. And you guys, the good guys, the guys who are like, yo, I don't have the patience for the women who are this, they fuck, like, yo, you're dealing with the aftermath of some shit that we've done. The fuck boys have done. The dudes who won't shit, the dudes who's like, you feel me? I was that dude, bro. I was that dude. So much so that even if I wasn't fucking a woman, this is how wired it was. If I wasn't fucking her, if you just sting me in her presence, oh, that's you fucking her. A year or two ago. Now it was last year, it was on my homegirl's birthday. I posted a picture of us. You feel me? Because we had went to a wedding the year prior. So I posted a picture of us. I photobombed her shit. And I was like, yo, this is my homegirl, my ace. Like, yo, you fucking her. I'm like, yo, how you gonna tell me what I'm doing with my dick? I'm not fucking, this is like my sister, bro. I'm not fucking her. It's like, yeah, whatever. I know you hit. How do you know that I hit? I just know, bro, because you. Nigga, get off my dick, bro. Like, why are you, as a dude, so pressed to what I'm fucking? You feel what I'm saying? And it's like that assumption is there. It's like people pay attention to how smooth I talk, or how well I'm able to interact with women, how I'm able to make them laugh, make them think, make them feel like, yeah, I'm well aware how easy this shit is. I just don't do it like that anymore because it's not fun. It's not right. I had to check myself with that shit. Because at the end of the day, no dude would check me. None of my brothers would check me. You feel me? That's the problem. And we wonder why women, when we're dealing with the women, it's just like, yo, you just happen to be like, I make this joke all the time. I'm like, because now that I've changed and shit, I be like, I'm the dude that women meet when they tired of fucking with these fuck niggas. You feel me? For dramatic effect. When a woman gets to the point where it says, I'm not fucking with these fuck niggas no more. It's time for me the good girl goes bad. I'm the first dude they meet. It's poetic justice, bro. It's poetic justice. You feel what I'm saying? It's poetic fucking justice, because I was the motherfucker turning good girls bad. You feel me? So when I made that episode where I said, yo, if you're going to be with the woman, if you want to be with the woman, you're going to have to deal with her healing. You're going to have to be with her healing. Like, you're going to have to be the catalyst to help her heal. And I was speaking solely from the perspective of us as the fuck boys, who were once fuck boys, formed again and shit. But even y'all who are the good guys, who just, women keep doing me wrong. It's like, yo, you're getting the aftermath of some shit. You gotta have patience, bro. You can't get frustrated. You can't lose heart. You feel me? You can't be mad at that woman. You have to be mad at the men that fucked her over. You feel me? You gotta ask yourself this shit. This is why I put this shit into perspective, because you gotta ask yourself with this. You may feel like it wasn't your responsibility to correct the dudes that were doing them damage, and you didn't want to come off like a simp. Okay, cool. You gotta eat that. But you feel what I'm saying? And this is not to say be on no begging shit like he sweat, like, yeah, no Joe shit, like all the things your man won't do, I do them for you. No, put them on game, but put them on game the right way. Like I said, when I put my homegirls on game, I did it so they wouldn't get played, so they wouldn't get hurt. These motherfuckers turned to monsters. They turned to monsters. They had niggas fighting over them. I was like, first time I had a woman fight over me, I was 16. Both of the girls had the same name. Fucked them both. And I'm in the office one time. I think I had got rolled up or some shit. So I'm in the office, and this is fucked up. Me and the assistant principal was cool. Me and the assistant principal was cool as fuck. But I'm in her office and shit. You know, I'm like, Miss King, y'all, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. So she's like, no, that's how I ended up in her office. I didn't do shit. But she's like, why is your name on write-ups that aren't yours? I looked at her and said, what? I'm thinking somebody snitched on me or something, you know what I'm saying? It's some beef or some shit. She said, come here. So I get there, and two girls that I was fucking, my name was in the mix of their beef. And I was like, they said, supposedly they were fighting over you. They ain't fighting over me. You feel me? They not fighting over me. That's not me. It's like, your name is right there. I said, so I'm talking to them, and one of them really was fighting over me. The other one was fighting because of the fight. You feel me? It wasn't over me per se, but it was like, she was like, I didn't fight over you. I fought because she wouldn't get the fuck out my face. She was fighting over you. I was like, damn. So I'm like, yo, I said, am I getting suspended on what I got to do with this? She was like, you stirred this up. And you feel what I'm saying? It was a similar situation happened when I was in 11th grade in a foods class. It's like, it was all women in there but me. Like, I told that story from a funny perspective. Now I'm going to tell it from a serious perspective. You feel me? My teacher, the reason why she said these women's hormones is going crazy because you guess it was because of me. I flirted with all of them. All of them in the class in their face. And it was like, there was two women that ended up, I was talking to both of them. They ended up getting it. They ended up not liking each other anyway, but I kind of added fuel to the fire. And my teacher said, this is your fault. I said, this ain't my fault, yo. Like, I didn't do this shit. They just don't like each other. It's not. She was like, you'll understand it one day. But I'm like, this ain't my fault. I'm not taking this one. And I didn't take it. But at the same time, I get it. The tension was already there. They didn't like each other. And then I pit them against each other because it was like, who's going to choose me? I was the only male in the class, and I flirted with all of them. All of them. All of them. So much so that it was like, there were some who thought they were in the league that could fuck with me. Some of them that didn't, but all of them, they would. I had all of their phone numbers. Well, not all of them, only the ones I wanted. I had like 10 numbers out of that class. They all knew. You feel me? They all knew. And it's like, bro, the web is crazy. The web is fucking crazy. You dig what I'm saying? That's just my story. Those are just some of the women that I fucked with. And that was all within a pocket of 15 to 17 years old. Imagine what the fuck I've done when I was older. Because now when I look at the women who I fucked on a rebound after my relationship, like, yo, bro, I didn't like, man, it was different. I literally told this woman, she looked me dead in my soul. She said, are you going to toot and boot me? I said no, and then I tooted and booted her. I fucked her that night and left her alone. You feel what I'm saying? We got to deal with the residual effects of the motherfuckers that we not checking. You feel me? This is what that protection shit is about, bro. You feel me? So I get it. We can be upset and be like, yo, these women keep wronging me. These women keep doing this. I don't trust these women. These women do this. They put, like, women put me through the ringer too. Two women that put me through the ringer, but you don't know what I've done to women. You feel me? You don't know what I've done to women. You feel me? In the manipulate, like, I've had women, like, and now in my older days, because I'm so transparent with this now, and I've healed and I've changed, and I'm really on some real positive shit. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna wrong you. I'm not gonna do you like that. I gotta eat my past. You feel me? I had one woman, she literally called me out on my shit. She said, you would make a good liar. She said, I can tell you're a good liar. I said, the fuck does that mean? She said, you're too good at telling stories and your words are too nice. She said, I can tell you're a good liar. She said, you might not lie to me. She said, but I can tell you will be a good liar. She called my whole past out. Because now when I think back to that story that I told, like, I didn't lie. I technically didn't lie to these women. She was a friend. I had not fucked her yet. You feel me? I did call her and tell her I was like, yo, you think I would really invite you if I knew that, you know what I'm saying? If I would invite both of y'all to come to my room to drink a bottle if I knew, you feel me? I played it to a T. And this woman called me out in my older years. I think I was like 28. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do you like that. But I have to eat those things of not being trusted. I have to eat those things of being in a situation where I'm at a stature where, yeah, you liable to be a motherfucker who will play somebody. You feel me? I got to eat that. I got to wear it every single day. You feel me? But now y'all got to deal with the residual effects of it. the good dudes who get hurt by the women who like, yo, I don't have the patience for. I have to have the patience for them because I caused a lot of them. I'm the result. My younger years are the result of like what you're seeing right now is the effects of some motherfuckers like me. The cool, sweet talking motherfuckers who can, you know what I mean, who can worm his way in. And it was easy for me. Like, it was real easy. You feel me? Everything was checked off rip. You know what I mean? So now it's like I've talked to a woman who everybody knows, like, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, you know how my comments are. They be popping and shit. It's like, it's mainly women, but it's like, what people don't understand about my Instagram account, they think it's only women. But nah, my analytics are, I have like 55% of men interact with my page and only 45% of women interact with my page. But they pay attention to the comments and think, oh, yo, you always flirting. You always, yes, I do. I'm a single man. I could do that. But in that, it's like, when it's time for me to get serious, it's like, damn, they pay attention to the single version of me, not realizing that there's a whole relationship version of me that you're not going to see because I'm not in a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? But one woman, she literally stalked my full social media. At first, at one point, one part of me is like, damn, bro, you crazy shit. But it's like, yo, I set that realm up for you to make sure that there's nobody else. But it's not just me. It's the past situations that you have gone through that have given you this. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, she ended up being somebody who did me wrong. You feel me? Because it was on some I'm gonna get you before you get me type shit. You feel me? And I was like, yo, I really was not doing anything wrong. You feel me? And for my brothers who are on this side now, you're gonna have to understand that you're gonna have to have patience. You're gonna actually have to realize what you're talking to with the women. You have to break down that guard and be able to understand their pain. You feel me? I got pains too. Women have wronged me. Women have done me dirty. I can't take that away. But at the same time, I have to be honest with myself. You feel what I'm saying? I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with them. And now I'm being honest with y'all. Like, I inflicted a lot of pain. So you got to ask yourself, are you willing to understand the pain of a woman to actually get through to help her heal? You feel me? Or are you just going to keep bitching about how, you know, not bitching because I don't want to make it seem like y'all soft or some shit like that, but you're going to keep running into these situations where it's like women are going to keep doing because you were always the good guy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a good dude. I'm this, that, and third. But at the same time, she's recovering from residual effects from motherfuckers who are like me.
And don't forget to take a moment to go get your exclusive merchandise from Just Scenes merch. At Just Scenes, each piece is specifically crafted with positive imagery and symbolism. From the titles and designs to the descriptions, each style gives you something to feel great about. With everything from hoodies and tees to coffee mugs and tote bags, we have something for the entire family. So be sure to get yours today. Find us on Instagram at Just Scenes merch and get your merchandise right now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and I'm gonna end it there. Yeah, I you feel me? I can't always co-sign with y'all. Yes, we're bros, but I can't put y'all, quote unquote, before the hoes. You feel me? Especially when I'm the reason that they're hoes. I'm not blaming myself for every woman's pain, but I'm blaming the template for what I am. Because so many dudes wanted to emulate me. You feel me? I remember when I was in high school, you feel me? Weird shit. One of my little homies, he came up to me. He was like, yo, bro, I need your advice. I'm joking at the time, you know, didn't know that this is what it was going to be about. I was like, what, man, you need to help you learn how to talk to a bitch, man? He was like, yeah. Oh, damn, my bad. First off, she's not a bitch. Don't call her a bitch. Like, that's, don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? But he wanted advice from me. He was like, man, it's just like every time I see you with a different woman, it's like, damn. In the time in which I'm doing this, like, it's yeah, you know, I'm always, he's like, yo, you be with the good ones too. You like, you feel me? My prom date, she was amazing. You feel me? Every woman that you've seen me out with, if you seen me out, was, you feel me? They were bad. I had the upper echelonians, bro. I was an upper echelonian. The fuck you think? So the young bulls, they wanted to, yo, how do I talk to this girl? How do I do that? It's like, yo, I started to see them trying to emulate me. I don't need funny shit. I mean this in the most modesty. The most modesty. It's a lot of old heads still trying to emulate me right fucking now. There's a lot of y'all motherfuckers right now through social media emulate the same shit that I do. And it's like, you don't understand. Like, certain shit I can't change, but I have to use it. You feel me? I'm a natural talker. Like, the ladies' man shit is just there. But now I use it to teach them women, to give them the game the right way. Not like I gave it to my homegirls to turn them into savages. You feel what I'm saying? To get some shit like, yo, you got to heal from this shit, bro. Yeah, that man did you dirty. That man did this and shit. Like, I'm willing to do that. So it's not about, for me, I'd have no choice but to be patient. You know? So for my brothers, like, yo, I commend you for having the patience and shit like that. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I can't, these women just, I can't hate them. I can't hate them and expect them not to hate me. You feel what I'm saying? I've done some damage. I've done some damage, bro. Like, when I say damage, I mean damage. Like, I don't think y'all understand the depths of what I've done to women. You feel me? Now, I don't know, not on evil, sadistic type shit, but like, in the essence, it was evil, sadistic. Like, I manipulated, swooned them, swept them off their feet. I can talk your panties off. For real, for real. Talk your panties off. Like, you feel what I'm saying? There's like that 3-day plan shit that I'll be talking about, that I was talking about before, that was some real shit. I was fucking women 3 days after meeting them. That's how quick, that's how dope my conversation was. Like, that's how dope my conversation is. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, it's when you know a woman already has that sexual energy and that sexual tension within you, you know how to manipulate that shit. You feel me? I fucked women before their boyfriends fucked them. You feel me? I had a woman in high school. She transferred from a different school, and she had a boyfriend, and I was like, okay. She was like, I want to fuck you first. I was like, nah, you got a man. She's like, I know, but I just something about you. It's that je ne sais quoi, motherfucker. Like, I'm telling you, you feel me? Ended up fucking her. Again, another form of residual effects. This individual, this dude, ended up being the son of my mom's best friend. Wow. Crazy world. Because now the mom's like, why don't y'all talk to each other? I can't talk to him. Like, I fucked this girlfriend before he did. And we was young. You feel me? We was young. Certain shit you just can't get over. You feel me? Certain shit you just can't get over. Like, and he knew, I knew, everybody knew. It's like, yo, why y'all have that tension? And oh, well, we never addressed it, but I fucked this girlfriend before he did. You dig what I'm saying? That's really what it was. And I didn't care. You feel me? I didn't care. And those things are like, those are the sides that nobody wants to talk about, that women have to deal with, that go with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bam, I fucked you, now I'm leaving you alone. You feel me? So now, all of these jaded pains and all of these things that are coming into them, you know, are we willing to deal with that? Like, I have to eat that shit, bro. I had to eat that shit. Every woman that I've befriended in the last couple of years and shit, it's like, yo, your boyfriend has done some shit to you that I've done to a woman. That ex has done some shit to you that I've done to a woman. Like, shit. All right, let me help you walk through this. You feel me? Let me have the patience and, you know, strengthen up, baby girl. Like, and it's not like, I've never been on a pacifying type shit. My homegirls know. My homegirls know, when I give you the game, I give you the game. I give it to you raw. It's like, because and that's why I have the patience. And it's just for my brothers who are like, you know, how do I want to give up. It's like, I'm a high value dude or whatever. You might very well be a high value dude, and she has to elevate to that point. But you got to think about, who fucked her up? How many times has she been fucked up? You feel me? How long has she healed? Did she heal? You feel what I'm saying? I don't mind it. I don't like, it's like, and I don't necessarily feel like it's my obligation to do so, but you feel me? I gotta justify. I gotta bring justice to my pain. So I gotta bring peace to myself. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, when I get it, I feel y'all 100%. Y'all be like, bro, you gotta see my point. I see your point, bro. Y'all be thinking I'm undermining you. When I say, bro, black women, I don't have that experience with black women, this, that, and third, is because I don't have that experience with black women anymore. Where they're wronging me and they're damaging me and everything like that. But The reason why I'm not having that situation is because I'm actively healing and fixing the shit that I've caused. I may not have caused it in this particular woman that I'm damaging. That I'm dealing with. I may not have caused it in them, but I've caused it in enough women to know what I'm looking at. It's like, damn, bro. Cycle repeats. This is what the fuck I've done to them. Damn. And what makes it worse is that a lot of the women that I wronged, if I was still savage and I was still on, I could fuck with them today. Literally, no bullshit, not trying to be funny or anything like that. There's only one woman that I cannot backtrack to. Two. There's two women that I cannot backtrack to. Let me say it like this. There's probably more, but there's two that I couldn't backtrack to if all things were equal. All things the same, all things still in the same position. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they were single, I was single. I am single. If they were single, no kids, no family, and all of that shit. There's only two women that I couldn't backtrack to. You feel what I'm saying? So that puts me in the quandary of, I was still a good dude, and you know what I mean? I just did some manipulative shit. And you know what I'm saying? It was foul. Now that makes it worse. Because imagine the fact that I can go back to these women, and if they were single, we could literally start from scratch. Did I even have to do them like that? Did I really have to do them like that? No, I didn't. But y'all have to deal with the residual effects of some shit that I've done. You feel me? Y'all gotta, not me per se, I'm speaking for the collective of motherfuckers who do women wrong. And now you have to accept the responsibility on the other side. How many motherfuckers checked me? Nobody. Some of these women had brothers. Nothing. You feel me? Some of these motherfuckers had best friends. Nothing. Nobody checked me. So I didn't stop it. How many of us let these things go unchecked? You feel what I'm saying? How many of us let these things go unchecked? You got to eat that too. You may be a good dude. You may be a high value dude. That's a part of the process too. Are you willing to be high value all the time? You see your homeboy doing this woman wrong and you justifying his actions as opposed to telling this motherfucker to stop or cutting him off, severing your ties from him. Yo, I can't fuck with you if you're going to be doing women like this. We don't want to have that conversation, though. We don't want to talk about that. You know your homeboy's fucking off. You know your homeboy's doing wrong. You know your homeboy is breaking women down and you're laughing. You're laughing. You laugh now, you cry later. Because now you may be that high value dude who would never do it, but you were involved in a motherfucker who did, and now you're catching residual effects of some shit that he did too. You feel me? Accountability, we gotta own that shit. We gotta really start looking at that into perspective and looking at that from the real. You feel me? If you still mad at black women, if you still upset with black women because they keep doing it and you feel like you're a high value dude, cool. That may be cool. You feel me? But at the same time, you gotta understand that high value comes with a price. Because you're designed, you're supposed to be. If you high value, you're supposed to be willing to check the motherfuckers. Oh, that relationship ain't got shit to do with me. She chose that nigga. She this, that, and the third. Yeah. It's like that. You know, the way your homeboy talks about her to you lets you know whether or not you should even step in if he's wrong with her. Yeah, man, I got my little bitch right here. She did that, and the third. You feel that, okay, well, he don't respect her. That la. She don't respect how she fuck with a dude like him. She doesn't know. Now, this isn't to be on no, oh, I'm gonna backtrack for my homie and I'm gonna go tell her some shit and break they shit up. No, you need to check him. Check him. Don't be that dude who's back, yo, baby girl, you need to do better, man. Yo, he ain't doing this now. No, that's fucked up. That's that foul shit. You need to be high value and check your homeboy. Yo, man, bro, you doing this girl wrong, bro. Stop. Bro, like, nah, man, fuck that. But nah, bro, it ain't like that. If you gonna fuck with her. Like, yo, we can't continue to damage another woman like that. Like, yo, step up and say that shit. You feel me? Y'all don't want to have that conversation, as the quote goes, as the cliche goes. Y'all don't want to have that conversation because it takes away from that high value that you think you are. Right now, you could probably think about how many homeboys that you've seen done. How many homeboys you had like sing? Really think about that. How many homeboys have you had like saying you knew was ravishing women, who you knew who was doing women wrong, and you said nothing to them? You didn't try to uplift them. You ain't try to change them and say, bro, like, get your shit together, bro. That's wrong. Like, she's a good woman. She's that and the third. Like, nah. You allow him to let the good girls go bad. You feel what I'm saying? You allow him to continue to make the good girls go bad. So, with that being said, like we need to really focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Absolve yourself and remove yourself from the mentality and the thought process that I'm a high value good dude, and so I don't deserve this shit. Like, yo, you got to think, but every piece of this puzzle has a point in it. Every gear of the clock makes it tick. I don't give a fuck how big or small it is. It has a significance to it. So you may think that I wasn't never hurting women. I've always been a good woman. But how many dudes have you given the pass to who were doing the very shit, damaging women and ending up in certain realities? We got to think about that shit too. It's a whole network of things. You feel me? This is why I have patience. This is the answer to the question. Yo, how do you have patience with women and you still willing to try and do all of this shit? Because I've seen the whole thing happen. I called it down to a T. Women became the niggas. Niggas became the women. Now we want to be good dudes and upstanding dudes, but we can't. We got to heal this residual pain. We're not checking our homeboys. We're not checking our elders. We're not checking these motherfuckers. We're giving them the pass. We're letting it go. Damn, you did that to your girl, bro. Like, damn, that's a fucked up shit. Like, nah, bro. It's like, nah, bro, that's foul, bro. And it's not so much about fighting them. You feel me? You got to disconnect yourself from that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You got to disconnect yourself from that shit. You feel me? If it gets to the point where you got to fight, cool. Lay him down. Do what you got to do. But at the same time, if it gets to that point, it's like, yo, I can't fuck with you if you're going to continue to do this, because that's not the type of energy I'm in. The moment you allow that type of energy in and you will condone it, oh, yes, you're going to see. You may very well be that high value dude. It's just like no different than the women who think they're good women because they don't cheat. Nah. You think you a good man because you think you high value because you don't do the shit that the fuck boys did, but you don't check the fuck boys. You have yet to stop a fuck boy from doing what the fuck boys do. You feel me? I know, because I know so many dudes just kept wanting to be like me, as opposed to saying, Ray, you wrong, bro. You embarrassed that girl like that. I embarrassed her bad when I was 16. It was in high school. She chased me down the hallway. Well, I always got to chase you, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, you ain't got to chase me. You choose to. Because I was walking with somebody that she didn't like, that she was beefing with. You feel what I'm saying? And so her homegirl's like, yo, if y'all go together, you can't just walk with her enemy. I said, we don't go together. Everybody in the hallway shut down. Everybody, like, after that, all my homeboys come to me laughing. You ain't have to do her like that, bro. That's crazy, bro. These hoes is crazy, man. Everything. Everybody's hyping me up. The women is like, yeah, damn, bro, you did her like that. Well, that's her fault. She did that and the third. Like, nobody's telling me I'm wrong. Not a single person is telling me I'm wrong. Not a single person is checking me and say, yo, apologize to her. Not a single person is checking me to say, bro, you need to fix that situation. That's wrong. You played her. You did this. Like, nobody's telling me I'm wrong. Everybody made it about how stupid she was for fucking with somebody like me. You dig what I'm saying? As men, we need to face that. As men, we need to start facing this shit, and we really need to come to terms with it so we can actually move forward and evolve correctly. If you're a high value dude, you have to honor your high value at all times and start checking the situations that have caused women to be what they are right now. You feel what I'm saying? We don't want to do that. We do not want to do that at all. You feel what I'm saying? And because we don't want to do that, we have to eat that comes with it. You know, so that's just the other side of it all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end there. Be sure to kiss your babies. Be sure to follow me on Instagram _just_scene_. Be sure to check out my website at IamJustScene.com. Kiss your babies and make sure to eat your vegetables. And going forward, my brothers, be willing to start planting the seed now, because it's something that has to be taught. Like, if your son, teach your sons that when you're involving with yourself with homies and eating shit like that, like, understand that it's time you have to check your homie when he's doing women wrong. You feel me? Don't be a part of that shit. You feel me? I don't give a fuck if you want to raise a high standing dude and shit. If it's not an issue, like, this is a part of the protection that we have to have. So we need to start teaching our sons this shit early. You feel what I'm saying? Be comfortable saying, yo, bro, you're wrong for that. That's wrong. Don't do that. Don't hype them up. Don't feed the energy. Because then when years come down the line and you're like, yo, I wanted that good woman and she just this, that, and the third, they keep wronging me, because you're dealing with residual pain caused by fuckboys that you wouldn't check. The universe responds to that, whether you're a good dude or not. Every piece plays its part. So pay attention to that. So with that being said, like I said, be sure to kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out.